Good? Okay. Well, hello everybody. Coleman Alderson here for GardensAll.com. And we're out here on a beautiful day. We had some freezing temperatures last night, and thankfully everything turned out to be okay. I'm so glad of that. And we had everything covered up. We had our fleece covers on, and the veggies made it through, and some of our plants that are out in the yard made it through, so we're real happy about that. Now, question, wouldn't it be great if you found an old pair of pants that you hadn't worn in a while and you tried them on, and first of all they fit, so you're glad about that, and then you reach in the pocket and you pull out a $5 bill. That's kind of a thrilling event, right? Well, this is kind of like what I'm going to relate to you guys. What if you reached in your pocket and pulled out a $100 bill? That would be all the more enthralling, wouldn't it? Well, here's the deal. We started with Compost tea several years ago and got real busy for a couple years and kind of laid it aside. We were barely even putting stuff out in the garden. We were taking whatever the garden would give us with very little care. And just recently we developed an interest in Compost tea. We have a kit already set up, and so I dove into the garage and dug it out and found all the components were there, everything was there to make this tea. Now, where does the $100 come in? Well, the fact is, Compost tea delivers 10,000 times, that's 10,000 times more microbes into your garden than regular compost. So you're exponentializing the amount of nutrition that your plants will be receiving. Well, we're all excited about that concept, and I've already initiated a few things out here with our compost. Now let's have a look over here. This is a kit I got from the folks at Keep It Simple, and it came rather complete. They had some things with it. They had the mesh bags, and I've constructed my own sort of way of suspending it into the water. The water is about 75 or 80 degrees right now, and that's a good temperature to have it. We have an aerator here that goes down into the bottom, and it has a little loop or two that has little tiny holes that send thousands of bubbles up through this water. And the key to the composting thing is oxygen. Now, I have this soaking already. It's already turned, just by soaking like a tea bag, it's already turned kind of brownish. But that's not the end product. That's a leachate. That is not the actual compost tea we're going to brew. We're actually going to brew it. Over here, we have some secret ingredients that aren't so secret. We have a sugar that's in the form of molasses. This will feed the little microbes that are in there that are enjoying themselves and give them a lot of strength and impetus to grow and multiply. And by the way, once you get this going, the number of microbes doubles every 7 minutes. That's a double every 7 minutes. So, you know, in short time, in about 24 hours, we're going to have literally millions of microbes going at it down in there in that little 5-gallon container. I'm trying to think of some other things I could tell you, but for right now we're going to add some of this good old molasses. And by the way, don't get the sulfured kind. Sulfur is not good for this kind of operation. Get unsulfured molasses. I'm going to add about a tablespoon to the mix here. It's always best to keep it not overdue. I'm putting a little bit more in, swirling around. Don't add too much molasses. If you add too much, those little microbes, the little bugs will start lapping it up and get so happy they'll overproduce and go into an anaerobic condition and basically die off. They'll be overpopulated. They can't sustain themselves. So, you know, this is in moderation only. Now, along with the kit came some added material, and this is basically microbe food. and this will help feed them. I'm going to dump this whole thing in there, like so. And then I'm going to add a little bit of extra. Now you can get the little packets of compost starter that have the bacteria and all that in it. You can get that fairly handily at the store. I'm going to add a little in there. And then we're going to start the process. Okay, you see that? That's going to go like for like 24 hours. Now in about 8 hours, which will mean, well, a little bit later tonight, about 9 o'clock, I'm going to pull the bag of the compost out of there. Now the compost is our own compost from our own tri-bin composting system, and it's good stuff. It has eggshells, it has, you know, the more varied you can get in your compost, the more individual type bacteria, fungi, and other little microbes that you can brew, because the microbes tend to be specific. Now, specific microbes get onto sawdust, they get onto plant matter, they get onto various and sundry other things, the manures, all have specific microbes that attach to them. So the more varied your compost is, all the better. We're going to give it a little time, and then we'll come back in just a day or so and see what we've had brewing all this time. So we'll check back with you all later. Enjoy your day.